everyone, I just wanted to go over the discussion board and talk to you about the weekly discussion board so that you can feel comfortable and know how to get full credit. So I've got the discussion board rubric pulled up on the screen, and you'll notice that we have 4 criteria categories, each totaling 25 points for a full total of 100 points on that assignment. So each week when you visit the discussion board, most weeks will be a chapter content discussion. And so this is the discussion rubric that I will use to give you your score. So if we look at the first category, individual thread, when you visit the board, you'll see the topic for the week, and then you'll be required to make your individual thread before reading other classmates' posts. And this is intentional so that you get the opportunity to post your thoughts that you've constructed and that you want to say without the influence of seeing what others have already posted. And so oftentimes students will have similar posts, of course, but they're all unique to the student and how they approach the topic. So pay close attention to this deadline of Wednesday. Since the board is interactive and all the students will be coming to the board and posting and replying, and it's essential that you get to the board early on in the week, at least by Wednesday, in order to get full credit so that you give other students a chance to read your post and respond. The board closes on Saturday night and it is no longer visible the following week. And so you want to resist the urge to post right before the deadline because no one will be able to read it, except for myself, of course. So these boards are interactive and they are timely. So they also cannot be completed after the deadline. So if you miss the discussion board for the week and the week is up, you will receive a 0 on that assignment and not be permitted to make that up. So please pay close attention to that. These discussion boards are how I verify your academic activity, so you want to make them a priority. If you miss the Wednesday deadline, don't worry. You still can hit the Saturday deadline, but you'll lose. It'll cost you 10 points in that category. So you want to be mindful of that and try to respond and be visible and post on the board by Wednesday. The next category is your interaction with your classmates. And since the board is interactive, you want to fully embrace that by interacting with at least 3 other students and how and what they have posted. And I want to emphasize, you want to continue the conversation, not just say that you agree or tell them that their post was wonderful, but you want to push the conversation forward, the communication that we are learning this semester. Give more information to what they say, add something of value to that conversation, or ask some questions, but continue the conversation. If you cannot and do not have time to interact with 3 students, you can interact with 2 students for a 5-point deduction, or simply 1 for a 15-point deduction. If you do not come back to the board at all, you'll lose all the points in that category. The third criteria is using correct grammar. Even though it is kind of become our cultural norm to use texting language, you want to avoid that on this board, and we want to embrace and practice our formal language. Yes, it can be conversational, but we also want to proofread for spelling errors and capitalization errors and try to put our best foot forward on the discussion board. So if I need to proofread or if I recognize a lot of errors, you will lose points in that category. The final one is incorporating a key concept term. These key concept terms are found at the end of each chapter, and so you need to use one from the chapter that we are covering on the discussion board. If you do that, when you do that, you need to use all caps for that key concept word so that it sticks out. This is our way of hashtagging it and making it very visible within the board. And then you need